Hey all, this is Ed,
And this is Kara,
and this is your day's dumpster fire,
where we don't celebrate humanity's successes.
but its most fantastic failures. Hey there, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Just a pretty exciting day, all things considered. We have we got some big announcements coming everybody's way.
Yeah, guys, for those of you who really want to know, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, like all our coworkers and all of our friends who've been nagging me for weeks on end and when we're going to get this going. But yeah, today we are actually launching our podcast, The Day's Dumpster Fire.
We are ready.
Oh yeah, this is going to be pretty exciting. This has been something that we've been. But this, I would say this has probably been over a year in the making because I think we've been talking about this for quite some time, but we finally pulled the trigger and we got some episodes coming up and all that. But I think what we should probably first do, Kara, is like what is this podcast going to be about?
Yeah, so this podcast is going to be about every single catastrophic failure that you could think of and how it all catastrophically failed, and then how we succeeded, or how whoever failed succeeded and grew from that experience. So they messed up really, really, really bad, or somebody or company or who knows, some entity messed up really, really bad, and then somehow came out of it alive and stronger.
Yeah, and I think at a anthropological level or a sociological level, we as human beings, we really focus on the really, really cool things that we've done, like landing on the moon or, building the first car or going faster than the speed of sound or, writing the Declaration of Independence. We really focus on, and especially in the history classes and even modern history, we focus so much on these huge wins that we've made. But for every win, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of failures. And the idea is that what Kara and I want to really focus on is the idea of where we try to engineer the perfect plan. And when we execute this plan, and we account for all variables, we account for everything. And then as soon as we execute that plan, 5 minutes later, everything goes sideways.
Blows up in the face.
Oh yeah. And it just turns into this gigantic dumpster fire. So that's kind of the basic premise behind the podcast. And the idea is we wanted to keep it lighthearted. We want to keep it quirky. We want to keep it funny. We try to find some of the more humorous aspects of these failures, with all the while being very sensitive towards how some of these failures, cost people their lives or injured. So we want to be very sensitive towards that, but we also kind of want to try to find the lighter side of failures. So really, if you're listening to this in your car and you're going to a job that you don't like, or you're leaving a job that you don't like, or you're kind of beating yourself up about your life in any way, this podcast is designed that when you finish the episode, you're going to feel really, really good about your life choices.
Like, at least I didn't mess up that bad.
Yes. Yeah, like I'm not that guy. And if you did mess up, and if you did really really botch things up, we're going to be talking about people, really famous people that have failed horrifically, and they were all the better for that failure. So yeah, we're going to be really focusing on like what these failures are, what were the costs and the ramifications, but how we came out better for it. So yeah, you've got two hosts. So I'm Ed, and we've got Kara here as well. I'll give you a quick idea of my background. I've done everything. I've worked in everything from fast food. I've worked in retail. I've worked in education. I'm now working in the transportation slash trucking industry. So I have a lot of experience of making hardcore mistakes and really screwing things up beyond all recognition. So I'm almost an expert at failing. And so hopefully I can steer you guys in the right direction. Kara, how about you? What can you tell the audience?
Yeah. So I also worked in retail. I've worked in grocery stores. I have worked in transportation, and now I work in education. And I can tell you as well, at all of those fields, either I or somebody else has had an epic dumpster fire failure of proportions in each of those settings. So I'm sure all of the listeners have also had their own trash can fires that they are aware of in their own daily lives. But actually, that's how Ed here and I met. We met working for transportation, in transportation, logistics,
Trucking,
trucks from point A to point B.
where Murphy's Law just says, hold my beer and watch this on a daily basis.
Yes, 100%. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong every day of the week.
Yeah, no, exactly. So Kara and I, we've known each other for a couple of years now, and like you said, we met in the trucking industry, and kind of working in the same markets and all that kind of stuff, and that we would go into the weekends, and I would work the weekdays, and I would try to plan out the whole weekend, make sure that every truck is dialed, every load is covered, everything is good to go. And then I log off for that Friday. I hand the reins over to Kara, and yeah, hope for the best. She would run the weekends, and I would log on a Monday. Hey Kara, how's it going? And her trademark was, well, the weekend was a dumpster fire.
Yep.
And sure enough, 5 minutes after I tried implementing all these plans, it all just went sideways like 5 minutes into Saturday starting.
Absolute dumpster fire.
Just everything failing left and right, trucks going out of route, trucks breaking down.
One caught on fire once.
Yeah, we've had some trucks catch on fire. There's all sorts of stories ahead of you guys, and the way that we're going to structure each episode is the beginning of each episode. We're going to have the housekeeping stuff and whatnot, but we will always have a little segment called the trash can fires. So the dumpster fires that we're talking about are like the big things in history, the big failures, the stuff that makes it into the textbooks. The trash can fires are like our own personal screw ups, the things that we have done in the past that kind of make you cringe a little bit. Everybody's had these moments. Everybody's had these moments where you would do anything not to relive that moment because you said something or you did something so unbelievably dumb that you just cringe at, like, wow, how did I ever do something so stupid?
Happens to me daily.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, it's a lifestyle for me. I'm just used to it. We've got some social media stuff coming up. We're going to get this website going. And we want to open it up to the audience. We want to open up to you guys. Everybody's had trash can fires. Everybody has really screwed up before. And so we want to get those stories as well. We want to hear what you guys have to say about how you've really messed something up, but you're here and you're writing into us, so that means you're better for it. So Kara, what do we have coming up for websites and social media and all that? Because I think you're way smarter at that stuff than I am.
Yeah, so for anybody who really wants to jump the gun on that, you can email us at thedaysdumpsterfire@gmail.com. We also just built a Twitter. The username is at @daydumpsterfire, so there's no S in there, so @daydumpsterfire. So you can reach us there on Twitter. You can reach us at our Gmail, thedaysdumpsterfire@gmail.com. And in the future, I'm hoping to get a Facebook up and maybe an Instagram. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, we have the two ways that you can contact us there. And we also have a website in the works. And the website will have links to different podcast episodes, maybe some news and updates as well.
Yep.
And yeah.
Because I think that we're going to have all of our episodes. Yeah, all our episodes are going to be published on there. And then also we'll have our RSS feed. We'll have the RSS feed on the website. And yeah, we're going to be setting this up so that you can find us on pretty much all the big podcatchers out there. So iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, Google podcasts. We're going to be setting all that up. So literally all you have to do is you can just copy and paste the RSS feed into any one of those, and boom, our podcast will be there waiting for you. And right now, the schedule is going to work like this. We typically record on a Sunday, and we will be publishing every 2 weeks. Yeah, we're going to be launching the podcast, obviously with this episode, which is, we call it the Pilot Fire. And then we're going to have 4 other full-size podcasts that we've researched and got going and all that stuff. So we're going to be setting all that up. So tomorrow, Monday, as in like October 24th, there will be this episode as well as 4. And then after that, it'll be every other week. We will have a new episode up. And generally speaking, each episode will be about an hour. Sometimes they'll go a little longer. Sometimes it may be a little shorter. But for the most part, yeah, you can expect an hour, because I think that's what most people have for a commute these days is an hour. Unless you're in LA, then it's like a 6-hour commute just to go a mile down the road.
Just binge them all.
Yeah. That way, yeah, you can just plow through them all.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap up here. I want to touch bases real quick on who will be the audience. Who are we targeting? This podcast is going to cover a wide range of topics, ranging from history. We'll have science, a lot of educational stuff. We'll put some engineering things in there, because you can't have failure unless you really dive into engineering issues. We're going to be talking about pop culture dumpster fires. We'll be looking at political dumpster fires. I would say that the audience that we want to reach out to, we are not going to be polarizing. Kara and I, we're kind of right down the middle. We're not trying to cause conspiracy theories. We're not into that. What we want to try to do is really reach out to open-minded people who are really inquisitive, who really want to learn a wide range of things, because yeah, Kara and I, we do have very extensive backgrounds in a lot of different fields. And but more importantly, we want this to be lighthearted. We want this to kind of brighten your day a little bit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Even the serious topics always have something funny behind them. And then also at the same time, we do respect the more serious or difficult things to talk about, and we are careful around those subjects. So
yeah,
we just want to make sure that we're going to do it in a very respectful way, but also very lighthearted.
Yeah, and we really want to try to find events in history that are kind of humorous in terms of how did this happen? Yeah, you're just, your mind is blown that this actually happened to people, and then yeah, we're going to look at some really famous people that you may have known in history, and how they actually really became these iconic people because of their failures and what we can take away from it.
Yep, should be good. We're super stoked about it. We hope you guys like it. I think that's all I have until we drop it. I'm ready.
Yeah, and in case if you guys are wondering, our first episode is something that's very near and dear to Kara's heart. It's all about the emus and the Emu War, and what was it, 1931 in Australia?
Yes.
Yeah, it's either 31 or 34 or 32. Yeah, one of those days.
Early 30s.
Yes, in Australia. And that's, stay tuned for that. That's going to be the first episode coming up. Yeah, guys, keep it a hot mess. Let's be in touch. And let's get some dumpster fires out there.
Thanks for listening, guys.
All right, take it easy, guys.